Okay, day 131. So, um, I did my podcast yesterday, which I'm pretty excited about because I have been skipping weekends recently. I worked out today, 125 days. I've worked out every day since day 50. I was looking at 58, I think, or 59. So, what's that, like almost 70 days straight? That's pretty cool. I, of course, ate really good all day yesterday, and then I just had to reward myself for how tough it was with childcare and everything. So, I gotta get my life together a little bit with that. It's getting on my nerves that I've had to create so many vices for myself with that. So, but I will say this: I've been trying to learn better about speaking with distinction or persuasiveness, and it's hard. There isn't a lot of good content out there to help you with that. So I'll keep looking, I guess, which is interesting, right? There's no good content for that, and I got to do my post on Twitter today, um, which is getting easier the more I just kind of post about things I'm learning today, and we'll see where that goes. I don't know if that's actually a good thing or not, but I had a good meeting with Sean today. We talked through just kind of where we're at and more things of what to do next. I gotta start working. I'm not working a lot right now. I gotta get stuff done. Every Monday, I always feel like I'm not getting a lot done. We had a meeting with Sean's business coach, Steve, which was helpful and interesting. And he gave us some really good marketing ideas. And we might start meeting with wholesalers and see if there's a way to use our website to do wholesaler stuff, to like post wholesaler deals. And I don't know. I think we'll see if it's a good idea or not. I don't want to like keep pivoting, but it's not really a pivot. It's just like we're going to do some research. And I think in general, if the best option on the market is to post into a Facebook group, that's usually probably a decent problem that I think a company could solve. And so the idea that these wholesalers are just posting into Facebook groups all day seems pretty stupid. So I don't know, but we'll see. I guess we'll see if what comes of that. But I started reading a new book today. I finished my Peter Thiel book. I started reading Almanac Naval, and it's pretty good. I think I finally found my genre of books that I can read the whole thing in like a couple days, in a couple sittings, and I've never had that. I've never found my book genre before, and I'm like so excited about it. The fact that I can just read 80 pages in a row is insane. Like I've never read more than like 10 pages of something in a row, of fiction. I can't ever get into fiction. Even some self-help books are pretty like dry, and I just it's hard for me to like get into the mindset of the person when I don't know what they're about or what they've accomplished. Or I just feel like a lot of people just write books just for the fun of writing a book, not actually because they have something important to say. Anyways, but I'll say this: I posted this on Twitter, but one of the different book I'm reading is called The One Thing by Gary Keller, and he kind of goes into a lot of detail about habits and things, and it's kind of reminding me about Atomic Habits. And it takes his argument is that scientists, or his research is saying that scientists have proven that the average person takes 66 days to make a habit, and our 21 days to make a habit thing we say in culture is actually very wrong, and for everyone it's a little bit different. Even some people are like 250 days to make a habit. And as I look back on my goals so far, um, I would argue, yeah, right around the day 60 mark for this podcast is when I really stopped thinking of it as like I have to do that. Like, oh my God, I don't feel like it. Like like a chore. And now I feel like it's a responsibility. Now I feel like it's something that I need to do every day to keep moving forward in life. I think of it as like a really important, I think of it as like a meal I need to eat. It's not like something that I really like look forward to. Like, some people look forward to lunch. I used to look forward to lunch the hour before it, but I think of it more like it's important to me to document these days because I think it's going to be important to you one day. I don't think it's important to anybody right now, but I think one day it could be, to kind of like I started with day one is like, or day zero, I guess, is like, if I ever am able to help people in a meaningful way, this could be a big part of that, is showing you how to do that, from day zero. So once I got through about 60 days of podcasts and 60 days of, look at that. I didn't even think about that. That just hit me. Look at that. 60 days is the last time I broke my workout routine. 60 days. Exactly. 59 day. Day 59 and day 58 is when I did it. I'll show you. I was just looking up before I turned this on because I was just curious. Look at this. Day 58 was the last time I screwed up and missed my... Day 57, excuse me. Day 57 is the last time I did that. Isn't that crazy? But also, look at this. Look at all this red and look at all this yellow. Look at all this crap. And this is, I think, partly because I've never actually completed 60 days straight of eating 1,500 calories. I think I've had a lot of weekend days and break days. And I think partly the goal is too hard, and I anticipate breaking it. Like, it's specifically 1,500 calories is less than I need to function, and I know that. But it's not like I'm crash dieting or anything. It's more like I know I'm going to break it. This is my argument for a lot of things. It's like, if I know I'm going to break it, I might as well make the goal or good way harder so that I can have some extra slack for when I screw up. And so I did lose. I mean, I was 183 pounds, and I got down to 164 at one point. And I've been fluctuating in like the 165 to 168 range for the last 60 days. And I haven't really broken past that. I mean, I think I've gained muscle by working out and things like that. My pants are definitely fitting better and everything. But maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I'm hitting that point where I need to have the goal be to hit 1,700 calories or something like that. Maybe 1,600. I don't know. Something more sustainable, but something I can do actually every day and not have all these red days. And that I'll take pride in actually completing for more days in a row. And I guess I would argue I have to do it for 60 days straight or 66 days straight. I've just never really had that mentality because it just feels very impossible, and maybe it's because I'm making my goal too hard. So what if I did this? What if I said my goal is to have, let's say 1,600 calories for 7 days. So that's 11,200 calories. So I don't know. I got to think about that, but maybe there's something there where it's like a weekly or a 3-day or 4-day way, a rolling amount of calories or something to keep it all kind of moving. Because I'm gonna have days where, like, if someone brings us dessert or something, like I'm human. Like, I'm not gonna like throw it away. Like, I feel like that's stupid too. I don't really have a good argument for. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I want. Obviously, I want to be fitter. I want to be more cut, but I don't really know if I want to throw away everything that people give me or offer me. I think that's pretty stupid too. I don't think that's very positive. So maybe if I have like a 3 or 4 day rolling amount of calories I'm allowed to have, then that will let me pay it forward a little bit and think about it that way. So let me think about that. I haven't been counting my calories for probably 60 days. And it's mostly because after a while, you think you have your handle on it. You know, like you don't need to track it anymore. And I know that's stupid because I know most people, including myself, I guess, just kind of lose track over time, and we don't really keep track. We're not honest about it. I need to get more honest about it. I mean, look at all that red. Like that's not helpful. Like what are we doing? Come on. And those red days are the days I know I went over. There aren't the days that, like, some of those green days I might have gone over and I didn't really even notice. So, you know, I got to be accountable to that. So I guess let's try that. Let's try something like 1,500 calories over a 3-day period. So that's 4,500 calories. And so if I want to eat a bunch of cake or whatever, fine. But then I just have to have a lot of salad the next day, And I think that gives me some leeway to splurge a little bit here and there without totally losing track of my whole goal. So, something to think through. Yeah. I gotta post on Twitter, but like I was saying, I guess to kick this off is like, I never recognized, even by doing this, I didn't realize that around that 66-day mark or 60-day mark, wherever you are on that timeline, is where things become more normal. Like I know when I miss my podcast, like I know, and it annoys me, but I also like haven't really put the effort into like try to go find a moment away from childcare and stuff like that. It seems like more complicated than I want it to be, and maybe that needs to change. The longer I do this for, the more I want to have people watch. And I don't think it's like a famous thing. I don't think it's like an ego. I don't know. Everything's ego, I guess, but it feels more like I want to help people, like that's the whole point is, how do I help you? And I don't think making this very edited singing and dancing thing is the way to help people. I think it's about bringing them where they need to be brought, like helping them in the way they need to be helped. And I guess it's my fault. I don't really know how to do that yet. That's it is what it is. But maybe I should think more deeply about that. My sister sent me a video of, I was her like best man at her wedding. She was my best man at my wedding, and my speech at her wedding. And so first of all, I thought I was okay. I didn't think it was that great, when I was actually delivering it. And afterwards, my uncle came up to me and was like, "Oh, like those some good jokes, and like, you had good timing and everything." And I was like, thanks. I didn't really think anything of it. But I haven't seen this. This was like 2 years ago. I haven't seen it, and I watched it for the first time last night, and I was like thoroughly impressed with myself. That I don't know. I was feeling good that I just I put some effort in. I tried, and I think I did pretty well. And I'm not trying to like go on tour, but I just I think if anything, that gave me some confidence or it gave me a lot of confidence. I think I should watch that more often. I just think I downplay a lot of my successes. I think that's like the imposter syndrome or something. It's like I take something that is good and I call it okay. I take something that I tried really hard on and I say, that went well, but also I tried really hard on it, or that didn't go poorly, And I don't know. I got to do something about that. I think there's some psychology there. I gotta interact with differently. That's not super helpful. And even with this, and with coaching Trevor, I don't know if I'm coaching Dave. I'm kind of just talking to Dave, but I think I can't decide if I should be their friend or their coach. I think it's hard for me to find that line. I think they want me to be their friend more than their coach. And so I take hints of that. Um, I don't know. This all goes back to speaking lessons. I need to really work on it. I need to really not think. I need to work on it. And it's going to take practice. It's going to take practice. Well, just another day. I think the last thing I'll say is it's kind of crazy how fast 131 days goes by. You know, like I remember I started this, a while ago. I think I started this in like early or late April, early May. I can look it up. And now it's October, and I remember I wanted to quit so many times. Like I think my will or my want to quit has ended. It's more of a who I am now. I drive purpose from it, and I drive my humanness from it, myself from it. Um, but it's just I wrote it down 6/9/23. That's pathetic, but um, I think it's just crazy how you don't anticipate or understand when you're changing, how much you're changing, or how big of a change it is. And that's where these daily habits just like they just break my brain. I just feel like they like cut through the crap of day-to-day stuff. Like I'm achieving my goals right now. I mean, obviously I have bigger goals and there's more of them and they're all coming, like I'm definitely taking little tiny baby steps, but I definitely am taking baby steps in the right direction, you know. At least I'm not wandering around in circles anymore. I think this has been really, really helpful to me to actually take steps in the right direction. And, should I add guitar on here? I want to, I think it'll get there soon. I'm a little nervous about it because it's a hard one and it's a personal like goal that I've had for my whole life. It's probably since I was 8 or 10. Like I've wanted to play guitar and I've failed so many times. I failed probably like 6 times trying to get good at guitar and putting a lot of effort in each time. I think I've definitely failed when I was like 12. I definitely failed when I was like 16. I definitely failed again when I was like 21. I definitely failed again when I was like 25. So this will be round 5 of trying. And I've never had a mentor or coach that I've liked, and I've never had a really good regimented like practice time that I've wanted to keep. I always think of it as play, not training time. But I don't know. I'm just I keep going back to. I just feel like I've unlocked something here. There's something really valuable to, ironically, doing whatever the book says. These books say do this, and I've never taken them seriously for whatever reason. But do it. Do it. Like there's really, I mean, there's no downside, first of all, but I believe I can do anything. I really believe that. Give me 66 days and I'll be on my way doing it forever, and just make it a green day, after all, everything is like, if I just look back on these every day, it's really hard to lose track of what what your purpose or what the point of this is or where you're going with it. It feels like it's self-fulfilling. If I start putting it on here, it starts reminding me to do it. And when it starts reminding me to do it, I start making it green. And, and the circle it just keeps coming back around of forcing me to make good choices, and forcing me to achieve long-term goals by achieving short-term goals along the way. So obviously I need to correct course and try other things and keep moving, but it's working. So that's where I'll leave us today. But I am getting excited about the work with Sean. I feel like we're peeling back the onion a little bit. I feel like we're starting to get there, get into some like really good problems to solve. And he's just such a good partner. He's just such a good person to like work with. He just doesn't quit. He doesn't shut up. He doesn't he just keeps moving. He keeps learning, keeps growing, and keeps he just wants to just persevere at all costs. And it's a really good person to bounce off of and try to be like. So, all right, well, I think that's all we got. All right, I'll see you.